What's up, everybody? It's your boy, comedian Malcolm Hill of the Philly Love Project. We have two authors on the line. Turn the mic over to Born Free, and he's going to take it from here.
I appreciate that, beloved. Thank you very much. And
Yes.
we're going to jump right into it. We're building with the sister Tamika Ryan. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. It's not as cold. Are you here in Philly with me?
I am.
True indeed. It wasn't as cold today as it was yesterday, but it was still a little icy. So I'm glad I'm here sitting around chopping it up with you so we can, jump right into it.
Yeah, yesterday was crazy.
It was vicious, yo. It was a real life outside. And
Right.
It made me, you know what I mean? It was real life. And there was no way to escape
Yes,
it. So
it was winter. Right.
no doubt, no doubt. So that's why, one of the things that helped keep me going is when I was doing the knowledge to looking at your book and looking at the cover and everything. So I'm excited about just building with you because I have some ideas similar to this. So I appreciate what you've done. And I'm sure everybody else is really, really going to feel what you're doing. So the first question I want to
Thank you.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Just people, just hold tight. Just wait till you hear what you're about to hear. So I guess the first thing, tell us a little bit about yourself first before we even get into that, where you're from, and just a little bit of context, a little backstory about you before we jump into the question.
I am from South Philly. I am
Bang.
a mother of two. I have a 26-year-old and a 19-year-old, two girls. My passions are poetry, fashion, acting, and writing, and giving back. I cannot forget about that.
Oh, and an activist. So, yo, you got a lot of bases covered. That's powerful
Yeah.
right there. That's powerful right there, and that's a great combination because that's the kind of thing that we need. We need a full human being out here doing things that has talent, but also recognizes the connection between you and everybody around you. So that's a beautiful thing. So
Thanks.
I want to know, just tell us a little bit about your book and why you decided to write it, the name of it, and just how it developed.
So the book is titled When I Grow Up, and it basically just talks about different occupations, that children can be when they get older. The idea was to let our children know that, one, that they don't have to be put in a box, and that there are no, limitations to the things that they can be when they grow up. I wrote the book at the time my children were young. It started out as a poem, so then I decided to challenge myself. As I started writing it, it started coming together, and I was like, wait a minute, maybe I can turn this into a book. So then it just became a challenge, and I did it. So the poem turned into a children's story. Yeah.
And it's like that a lot of times because when you get into poetry, it's so visual. You can see so many things expanding just from those lines. You know what I mean? Like many songs or rhymes or whatever, the treatment for the video is in the verse.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I can see how that developed. When you were writing it, who did you write it for? Like, what is the audience that you're trying to reach or you're speaking to?
Well, at the time, I'm going to say my babies, because my children were young. But now, our babies, which is our youth. Audience, I'm going to say, is from pre-K to third grade, so that would be about ages 4 to 8. We all know, especially as parents, that what we teach our children at a young age, it kind of stays with them, right? So we have to at that early age, we have to start embedding certain things in our mind, and while they're still young, because if you do it then, as they grow up and as they get older, they start to believe what they've been taught, right?
Absolutely.
And when you believe what you've been taught, that's how you act and that's how you behave. So,
sure indeed.
My thing is to let the kids know. I have daily affirmations in the back of the book. So if they believe that they are smart and that they are enough and that they are this and they are that, it shows in their behavior and the things that they do. And I just think it's just a good thing. But you definitely have to start at a young age because that's when the molding is easier.
True indeed. I believe that all day, every day, And when I was looking at your book, I love the cover as well, the cover that I saw.
Thanks.
And, my daughter's 18, she'll be 19. So I'm your student. I'm underneath you. You already advanced on that level. So, but during that time when she was younger, we had a hard time trying to find a lot of books with children in it who look like she looks, going through struggles and going through different things, having a great time, getting through obstacles, different challenges. So what you're doing is magnificent. I definitely applaud you for that. And that's because it's amazing.
Thank you.
Because we was, it was books out there, a few TV shows, Little Bill, or maybe get on a Hispanic level, we could watch Dora the Explorer, and Diego came along one day. But these type of things were so necessary. We used to have to really, really scrounge around. And so as I'm thinking about this, I want to know, is this your first book?
So this is my first book. However, I wrote this book in 2002.
That's wild.
Back then it was hard with publishing. You had to have a literary agent. Formats had to be a certain way. Most of the time they didn't accept it. I had millions and millions of rejection letters, and back then self-publishing was very expensive. Now, 2019, things are a whole lot easier. So I've been sitting on this book for a long time.
Wisdom is eternal, and I definitely recognize, I'm a writer myself, so I do remember the rejection letters and trying to get your stuff in things. And I used to at one time tried to go around the city and just like little small periodicals and different books that was really like just hustling to get your money and put your poem in this big compendium book.
Yeah.
And you have to buy the book, So I definitely recognize that. So in this era, we have to create spaces and the different platforms where you have more of a greater opportunity to get your thing out. But even though my daughter was born 2001, so
wow.
Yeah, and I've been writing for such a long time, so I definitely can relate to that. So where can the people purchase this book and go check it out and anything about it?
So right now the book is on Amazon. So if they go to Amazon.com and type in When I Grow Up, it will come up. They just definitely have to look for my name, Tamika Ryan, because there are several books with that same title. It is available paperback and ebook.
Oh, that's hot. That's really good. You know what I mean? And because it's so important. As I'm writing my books, I'm a huge fan of, Saul Williams, the poet, said that everybody should add a verse to the universe. I'm a big fan of adding something. Everybody should have a book. You know what I mean? It should be a book of Jackie, because that would be totally insane almost. But it would be good. But it would be wild.
Right.
So we need that kind of book that would be wild, though. So do you have any kind of upcoming book signing event or anything where people can actually come and meet and greet you and kind of check you out and experience you in the flesh?
Yes. We are doing Books and Brunch. It will be Saturday, November the 30th. from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. It's after Thanksgiving, after Black Friday, but, right in time for Christmas presents. It's actually my little brother. He has a restaurant. That's his restaurant, Rhythm and Brunch, 6517 Elmwood Avenue. So that's what will be on November the 30th. So we can chat, we can talk. I can sign books. You can purchase books, and we can eat.
Oh, that's a full service situation, and I miss those type of, those meet and greets, doing in stores and doing all those type of things. I mean, that used to be such a staple in the literary world and the music world, where you can always come and just like one-on-one and sit right across from the artist. And I think that really just helps bring everything full circle, not just getting it and just going off to yourself. You can kind of talk to you, and you can have impromptu conversations. So it's going to be incredible. Where is it going to be again? On what? Say the date again for the people.
November the 30th. From 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. The title of the event is going to be Books and Brunch, and it will be at Rhythm and Brunch Restaurant, which is at 6517 Elmwood Avenue, which is located in Southwest Philadelphia.
That's what's up. When I really feel like I could rap with you all night. You know what I mean? But because it seems like you have so much going on. It's so similar. There's a lot of common denominators here. But what can we expect from you in the future?
In the future, so I will drop a poetry book sometime in 2020, hopefully within the next few months. Then next summer, I will drop the next children's book, which will be the first of a 5 or 6 book series. So I'm looking forward to that. And hopefully my nonprofit will be up and running in 2020. So we'll see. I am an advocate for children. I'm an advocate for youth. And I want to, my nonprofit is really to, empower our youth by implementing certain classes for just basic skills. Credit, how to obtain it, how to to maintain it, budgeting, entrepreneurship, and an outlet for creatives and for artsy people such as you and myself.
I love it. I love anybody who's motivating our youth towards positive attitudes and lifestyles, and giving them, equipping them with those life skills. Because as parents, now that we've at this position of life, we can look back and be like, yo, you need these skills, beloved. You know what I mean? You need,
right.
And I know,
right. And you don't think about it until after the fact.
Absolutely. So,
you need it.
And I know, go ahead.
It's necessary.
Yes, it's necessary.
I just, how many times have you said, dang, I wish I would have known this, when I was coming up. I wish I would have known this when I was coming up. And once you learn it, I think it's our duty to pass that information along to, to help them be better. I know that we can't, save the world or save everyone, but I do believe that if we can reach some, that it makes a difference. And hopefully the ones that you reach will give back and do the same thing, and it will start, it will be an ongoing cycle.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I know myself, I am the product of positive intervention. People intervened in my life. People wrote books. People did. Malcolm X never knew that I would read the book. You feel what I'm saying? That's why it's so valuable to continue to write, because we don't know who's going to get it, how they're going to receive it. And at that period in their life, this might be that life raft that they need to move on forward. They may just need to see this interview. They listen to this interview and be like, yo, when I grow up, that person's like, yo, what am I going to do when I grow up? Let me look into these books. Let me look at it. Look at this picture. This person looks like me. That looks like this. That's like person right across the street. Very
important. What you just said. Yeah, what you just said. That looking, like us. right?
Right.
I made sure that the illustrations in the book reflected our people. And I also made sure that it was both male and female. So the little boys know and the little girls know that, you can do all these things. You don't have to be a female to do it, and you don't have to be a male to do it, but you can be both. So that was important.
That's a magnificent jewel, and that you implanting all of that in there is definitely going to bring forth a beautiful harvest. And woo, you got me hyped. I'm up walking around when I'm talking. That's how I know that I'm feeling it, because I can't sit down. I do a lot of walking around. My voice starts modulating and changing flows. So before I get too selfish and just talk to you directly, let everybody know where they can contact you online and all the social media platforms.
Okay. I am, my personal Instagram is Meek_SP for South Philly. And for the book, it is 4 underscores when I grow up. Facebook, Tamika Ryan. And yeah, that's all the platforms I have.
That's what's good. Yo, get at me on there. I'm hashtag the real born free. Just get at me anytime. We could always build, because you got a lot of incredible things going on. And because God willing, I want to write. I've written 3 children's books. My daughter's the in-house illustrator. Yeah, she's the illustrator. She's the artist. She's in college for art now. She does my covers. So she gets what we have in here is she has the right of first refusal. So if she's already in the thick of another project, but I have to come to her first and be like, yo, beloved, check this out. What you think? And she 9 times out of 10, she like, we're gonna rock out together. But since you've already blazed that path, so whenever you have the time to build with me, I would definitely appreciate it. But on the level of just everybody listening to this, please go get Sister Tamika Ryan's project. When I Grow Up, go to Amazon.com, go to her social media page. She's ready to tell you one more time where she's going to be, so you can run up on her with the book so she can sign it. Bring your money. Show and prove your love and devotion through your ways and actions. Come down there, y'all. Tell the truth and just show her the truth, how much we love and appreciate her. So tell them people one more time, beloved.
All right. So it will be November the 30th at Rhythm and Brunch Restaurant, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. I will be there signing books. I will be there feet in my face. I suggest you guys come to the same and come, hang out with me. Ask any questions, get your book signed, and again, come purchase a book because I'll have plenty with me.
Sure indeed. And one more time, your social media platforms, how can they find you?
Sure. Social media is Meek, MEEK _SP. And then the book is 4 underscores when I grow up. And Facebook is Tamika Ryan, and that's TAMIKA. Last name is RYANT. And I actually requested you so you can.
Oh, that's it now. That's it. It's war. So I appreciate that, and thank you very much. It was definitely a blessing talking to you. And big up to my man Malcolm. Hope you're still on the line. Big up to Jackie. Thank you very much, and I appreciate you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Peace.
First of all, I want to thank both of y'all, Born Free and Tamika, for joining this Philly Love Project. And we're gonna, I want everybody to share this on all your social media platforms, on Instagram, on Facebook. I need y'all to share this thing. Plus, I'm gonna be hosting with Tommy Davidson at Hibachi on December 8th. So I want everybody to, come out and support these 2 projects, man. The Philly Love Project. I want to thank y'all for going, joining us. And this is what we do, man.